capital city here in the state of Minnesota. We welcome you into the University of St. Thomas and Schoenecker Arena as tonight the St. Thomas Tommies host the Northern Colorado Bears as we open up the Big Sky Summit Challenge for the second time. And again, we welcome you into Schoenecker Arena, folks. Matt Nelson with you for tonight's action. A midweek showdown between the Tommies and the Bears. Again, it's the second showing of the Big Sky Summit Challenge. Now, if you're keeping score at home, last year the Summit won the inaugural version of the challenge by tiebreaker, so it was close. Lots of close games, very evenly matched teams. We're excited to see what's in store for year two. For the Tommies, they're off to their best start in the Division I era with a 6-2 record, including a 4-2 mark against Division I opponents. It's not just that the Tommies are winning, it's how they're winning. St. Thomas has gutted out impressive wins, defeating those D1 opponents by an average of just over 6 points per game. And the home games have been especially thrilling for the Tommies. Fourth quarter comebacks at home against Milwaukee and on Sunday against Chicago, University of Illinois, Chicago. The Tommies 2-0 against Division I opponents here at home at Schoenecker Arena, winning both games by 4 points or less. On Sunday, the Tommies extinguished the flames I mentioned. 75-71 was the final score. The Tommies got big scoring performances from 5 players. Samuel Pitchka had 22. I heard the Chicago coach say after the game, 20 had a night. That's Samuel Pitchka. Jade Hill at 15 to go along with a career high in assists. Joe Langbin at 15, including her 1,000th point as a Tommy. Amber Scally at 13, and off of the bench, Alyssa Sand had 10. All scored in double digits in the Tommies' victories. They were down 6 with 6 minutes to go and came back to win it. For Northern Colorado, let's take a look at high level at their 24-25 season. They've been off to a red-hot start. And we'll talk some more about that red-hot start when we come back. Right here, you're watching Summit League Network.
Supply Chain Solutions, our employees are our true value.
In the heart of the ever-changing supply chain industry, we know it's our team that propels us forward.
As a proud partner of Tommy Athletics, we're excited to welcome St. Thomas students into our family.
At Supply Chain Solutions, we're more than just colleagues.
Working together and celebrating together is our recipe for excellence.
Join our team and discover a rewarding journey together.
Imagine a university that's just right. One that offers an education to expand your mind. In classrooms small enough that professors know your name. Meet people you've always wanted to know. And travel places you never knew you'd go. With all the opportunities that Twin Cities offer.
Big Sky Summit Challenge 2.0 is underway. The Tommies win the tip, and we are at it here in St. Paul with the Tommies have their first possession. Scalia off of the window. Tommies scored on their first possession. Scalia, big game, as I mentioned in the pregame show on Sunday. She had 13 points, including a big three-pointer down the stretch for the Tommies. Right now they lead it 2-0. First touch of the evening for Northern Colorado. They'll work it into the post. That's Hall. Nice move, but kicks out. One dribble there from Riley. Back up top with it, that's Gabby Fields' first touch, and she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to go against Joe Langbin, the senior out of Elk River. Nice presentation pregame as she got a commemorative basketball for her 1,000th point, which she scored on Sunday. But here she commits just 50 seconds into the ballgame, the first foul of the night for the Tommies. There you see it again, came out and just too much contact on the junior, Gabby Fields. So 13 seconds to work with for UNC. They'll float it down low. Hall, pump fake, through contact. Bucket no good. Tipped into the corner and chased down there by Scalia. So the Bears come up empty-handed on their first possession as Scalia drives, kicks, Hill, three-pointer, teed up. Just short, weak side board, Tatum West. Field surveys. This Northern Colorado squad, very good defensively, but how about shooting the basketball? Number 1 in the nation. Just by less than a percentage point over the Texas Longhorns. 3 on the way, short. Rebound Opitchka. Opitchka's done a good job rebounding the basketball this year, just under 6 per game. Can't convert on the other side, and a foul is going to be committed. So Opitchka misses and commits the foul on Tatum West. Second foul of the evening against the Tommies, and the first against the senior out of Green Bay, Opitchka. What a afternoon she had on Sunday. She wasn't missing many of those on Sunday, I can tell you that, on her way to 22 points. It was just shy of her career high. Bears still looking for their first basket of the evening. Nativi pulls up, now dishes down low. West scores. Tatum West is the leading scorer for the Bears. Sophomore coming off a career high last time out against Tabor College. 6 boards, 5 steals in that 93-46 win. All tied up 2 apiece. And you wouldn't be a real Minnesotan if you didn't give the weather report. Feels below 0 outside. Winds gusting up to 40 miles an hour. We're happy to be inside of Schoenecker Arena here tonight. Scalia drives into a double team, but gets squeezed the shot off just in the nick of time and kisses it off of the glass. 4 points for Scalia, 4 points for the Tommies. They lead it by 2. Bears, as I mentioned, leading the nation in field goal percentage, so they're in a little bit of uncharted territory here. 1 for 3. Still very early going here. Down low, left hand, Yanaya Hall. Yanaya Hall just under a dozen points per game, just under 6 boards. Starting her 7th game of the season, she ties us at 4. First quarter action from St. Paul. Hall, a junior out of Temple, Texas. Opitchka drives, right-handed layup, good, and a foul. Opitchka's on the board for the first time. She'll go to the free throw line, a chance at a 3-point play. And the foul against Yanaya Hall, her first. Good size, Hall, 6'3", but just too much contact on Opitchka on the layup. Good strong finish by Opitchka. You know, they talked a lot of preseason. I was thinking about this leading up to the ball game of the big 3, which would be Langman, Scalia, and Hill. But it's a big 4 now. I mean, Opitchka has really looked good here in this her senior season. And she converts a 3-point play. So a 3-point lead for the Tommies and a breather for Opitchka. Into the front court, and it's stolen away. Wow, great defense that time by Alyssa Sand. And she was critical on Sunday for the Tommies. Langman was in foul trouble. Sand came off the bench and played excellent. Layup just too strong for Hill. Rebound for the Bears. They'll push the pace in transition. That's West. And a foul is going to be called. 2 free throws coming up for West. And the foul is against Phoebe Frenzel off of the bench. First foul against the senior, 3rd against the Tommies here in the first quarter. Here you see nice pass and lots of contact from Frenzel. Sends West to the free throw line. Tatum West, just a sophomore, I mentioned, coming off a career high last time out. Lopsided victory, 93-46 for the Bears against Tabor College. And she was 11 of 12 from the floor. First free throw good for West. 54% on the season is the sophomore. I mentioned 51.5% field goal percentage for Northern Colorado. Texas down there in Austin. They're at 51.4%. West goes 2 for 2, and it's a 1-point game. So not a lot of margin for error there between the Longhorns and the Bears. But right now, Northern Colorado leading the nation in field goal percentage. Sand in the front court, easy layup. Alyssa Sand's first basket of the evening. Tommy's lead is back to 3. That'll be her easiest one of the night. Down low with it, the Bears get a basket out of April Rummery-Lamb, the senior out of Darwin, Australia. Just over 5 points per game. Has started a ball game earlier this season for the Bears. Comes off the bench and scores. Tommy's by 1 with a basketball. Closing in on that halfway point of the first quarter. Jade Hill going to work. Lamker drives and had it stolen away. Rummery-Lamb comes up with a steal. And now the Bears have a chance to take the lead. Down low, West with it. She scores. Tatum West has 6 of the Bears' 10 points. And they lead for the first time with 5:04 left in the first quarter. Frenzel for Sand, wants to go baseline. She's trapped, lost the ball, and it'll be Tommy's ball. Good defense that time down low by the Bears. It was Rummery-Lamb along with West. They force it out of bounds, but it'll be Tommy's basketball. We've got a timeout on the floor. We will do the same. Right now it's Bears 10, Tommy's 9.
Wings, you're not just a customer, you're a literal owner, meaning profits are reinvested in you and your financial growth. You own your product. Now own your money.
Why come see us? Because we're the most unique story in college basketball. 20 wins. Rising rankings. Crazy crowds.
Student section bumping here at Shenecker Arena.
A culture. An atmosphere, an experience. And this is just the beginning.
Visit TommySports.com.
Welcome you back into St. Paul. It is Northern Colorado 10, the University of St. Thomas 9. First quarter action. There you see pregame. Nice ceremony there with head coach Ruth Sin and Joe Langbin. She scored her 1,000th point on Sunday, and a nice ovation, a big smile, and a wave to the crowd. And what a senior year she's having. 17.5 points per game, just under 6 boards, and her usual efficient self from the floor, 65% shooting percentage, which is just crazy to read. You almost want to double take it, think you're making a mistake. But yeah, the second Tommy to reach that milestone in the Division I era. The other one being her teammate in the backcourt there, Jade Hill. And Jade Hill has assisted a lot of those 1,000 points. Tommy's ball, 15 seconds on their shot clock, 4:53 on the game clock here in the first quarter with the Bears up by 1. Both teams shooting well here in the early going. Back at it with Lamker. Now Opitchka back in after her short break on the bench. Frenzel, 5 seconds left for the Tommies to work with. Frenzel drives. Oh, left it just short. Langbin offensive board. Trapped. Got it out for Opitchka. Tommies will get another crack at it, but they traveled. Phoebe Frenzel called for the travel. Frenzel playing in her 9th game of the season. And you know she wanted another crack at it. She had a good look on that trip. So the Bears will work it into the front court, leading by 1. Van Welden in for the first time. Her jumper right on the mark. Ella Van Welden. 6'2", redshirt junior out of Cedar Rapids. And a turnover in the backcourt. It's stolen away. Gabby Fields finds Van Welden. Short. Rebound, Gabby Fields. So another chance for the Bears. Gamble drives. She's denied by Scalia. Bears leading it by 3. Fields guarded tightly by Frenzel. Now Losser. She'll fire. Too strong. Rebound Opitchka, who is just a force on the offensive and defensive glass for the Tommies. Scalia drives. Good look and score. Amber Scalia has 6 of the Tommies' 11 points, and it's a 1-point game. Great start for Scalia. Perfect 3 of 3 from the floor. West goes around Langbin and lays it up and in. Nice strong take by Tatum West. That is a good matchup to watch here tonight. 6'2" sophomore going up against a 6'2" senior, and that time West got the better of Langbin and extends the Bears' lead to 3, 14-11. Just like Scalia, West is perfect from the floor here in the first quarter. Langbin missed a wide open Lamker, but scores. Joe Langbin, her first 2 points of the evening, cut the Bears' lead to 1. Langbin just 17.5 points per game. Good for best for St. Thomas. Their scoring leader. 3 on the way for the Bears. Too strong. That was Gamble loading up.
Fucking cold out here. Holy fuck. My hands.
Both teams now with 4 boards. Scalia drives. Now steps back. Pops her first miss. Langbin offensive board. Draws the foul. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So the Tommies crashing the offensive glass with Langbin off of Scalia's first miss. And Langbin will take her first trip to the free throw line and the Tommies' second trip to the free throw line here in the first quarter. There you see the foul against April Rummery-Lamb. So Langbin to the stripe. Two free throws coming up for the Tommies. Chance to take the lead. This one would tie it. Rattles in and out. Langbin on the season, still better than 70% from the free throw line. 72 to be exact. And I saw on Instagram in warm-ups, she had a nice half-court shot, which is kind of fun. 3 points for Langbin here in the first quarter. She makes her second. We're all knotted up at 14 apiece. George for more. Now West, one-on-one against Opitchka. Good matchup. West going to work. Had her shot blocked. Great defense. Opitchka turns away the Bears' leading scorer. Now Hill, floating pass was tipped out of bounds. Good defense on both ends, and this is going to be the Bears' ball. Wow, the Tommies bench exploded. They thought that this was going to be their possession. The referees say no. They say it's Northern Colorado's ball. Both teams firing defensively, though. Riley back in, and a rest for West. We have seen now the D1 games that the Tommies have hosted at home. Milwaukee, Chicago, and now Northern Colorado. Good, close, competitive games. Hall against Langbin. Through and scores. Inaya Hall has her 4 points now in the first quarter, and the Bears lead it by 2. Hall, a junior. Good size. That's one thing. This Bears team does have good size in the front court. Jade Hill. She's on the board for the first time. Jade Hill knocks down the jumper, and we're all tied up at 16 apiece. Hill already with 2 assists here in the first quarter, but has her first basket. Lila Moore for Riley, guarded by Opitchka. Now Hall, she'll try a jumper way off, and the rebound tipped in the hands of Zoe Washington. Didn't see Washington on Sunday, but she gets some minutes here late in the first quarter. And Hill, they're going to say she was fouled. Third foul against the Bears in the first quarter. The Tommies will keep it with 21 seconds on their shot clock. And the first foul against Nina George. There you see. Quick whistle came out. It was close call. Didn't know when the whistle initially came out if it was Hill. She kind of stuttered her steps, but instead they say a foul against George. So 21 seconds on the shot clock for the Tommies. Hill will trigger in a tie game, and the Tommies can't get it in. A 5-second violation. Bears basketball. Both teams are playing some good defense, high-effort defense. And Hill, very savvy, experienced player. Normally that internal clock starts going off when you get around that 4.5 second mark. But a turnover for the Tommies, and the Bears will look to break this tie. That's Moore driving baseline into the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Off of the back iron, offensive board. That's George. She had it stripped away. Great defense by Faith Feuerbach. Feuerbach and Frenzel, two players that really disrupt passing lanes and can break up a dribble. They force turnovers. No shot clock. Tommies can hold it for the last shot here in the first quarter. Let's see where they want to go with it. Hill, 4 seconds left now. Feuerbach, one dribble. Long three is off the mark. And we've played 10 minutes in St. Paul, and we've got a good one. We're all knotted up. Tommy 16, Bears 16. It's the Big Sky Summit Challenge 2.0 in St. Paul.
Big name opponents.
As the Iowa State Cyclones are here in St. Paul.
Fantastic finishes.
For three, Jade Hill gets it to go. Tommies take it.
A landmark streak.
5 wins in a row for the Tommies, their longest in the D1 era.
Seneca Arena saw it all last season, and Tommy women's basketball is at it again this season. Get your tickets today at TommySports.com.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Bring it back here into St. Paul, Seneca Arena on the University of St. Thomas. Matt Nelson back with you as we get ready for the second quarter in a tie game. Some of the highlights from the first 10 minutes. Opitchka had a great day Sunday. She was back to work here in the first quarter. Same goes for Sand. Alyssa Sand off of the bench was huge on Sunday for the Tommies. She got her first bucket there. And going the other way, Van Welden. And some of the great defense from Opitchka. She does a lot. She scores. She gets rebounds, steals, blocks. She's definitely a stat sheet stuffer. Scalia had a great start, making her first 3 baskets as well. That went off of the window. And for as good as Scalia has been scoring the basketball, I think she came into the game second on the Tommies in assists as well. So all around, she's off to a great start in her junior season. 16-16 the score. Get another look at the basket there by Sand. Tommy's got some good looks down low, some open looks. These two teams go back to work, 16 apiece. 3-pointer on the way for the Bears. That's short for Moore. Tommy's have the board. Hill pushes the pace into the front court, lost her dribble, got it back. Tommy swinging around. Here comes Lampker with a head of steam, and her shot blocked, but was fouled in the process. Nativi commits her first foul, and it will send the Tommies back to the free throw line. First foul of the second quarter for the Bears, and Lampker to the stripe. The senior out of Maple Grove, Minnesota, 3.5 points per game, and she is perfect from the free throw line here in 2024-25. Until I said that, my bad. Lampker now 5 of 6 on the season, playing in her 9th game. 1 start along the way, and Lampker misses them both. So the Tommies get a trip to the free throw line, but come up empty-handed. Little backcourt pressure. The Bears handle it nicely, and it'll be Fields. Now Riley. Riley, 10.5 points per game. She's still looking for her first score of the night. Gabby Fields, 5 seconds for the Bears to work with. Comes around to screen. Head up, drives. Goes over Hill to float her off. Rebound, Opichka. Opichka's locking down the glass. That is her 4th rebound already. And we've got a foul called, I think, before the Scalia 3. The foul is the second here in the, no, an offensive foul. It's the first against the Tommies and the second against Joe Langbin. She was trying to clear out a little bit of space. I'll have to check that. They put 34 on the board. That may have gone against Sand. Down low, Hall double teamed. Hill got a hand on it. Now back up top. 3-pointer on the way. Fields off rebound by Scalia. Cold shooting, start shooting the 3 for both teams. Northern Colorado now 0 for 5. Tommy's 0 for 2. And another foul on this end of the floor. This one's going against the Bears. It's their second. And it's against Lila Moore, the junior out of Phoenix. And I'm sure it was quite a walk from the bus into the arena for Lila Moore. Not the Phoenix type weather here in St. Paul tonight. Tommy's ball. Opichka, nice dish down low. Sand, nice move. Couldn't convert. It's tipped, and it's Tommy's ball. So the Tommies will keep it. We're still looking for our first score here in the second quarter, 90 seconds into it. Last time we had one of these, it was a 5-second violation. This time Hill gets it in. And Scalia with the left hand. Really good ball handler is Scalia. Can go both ways. Hill drives and got fouled. They're going to call Fields. Abby Fields is called for her first foul against the junior. And the third now already, not yet 2 minutes into the second quarter against the Bears. There you see Fields, that left forearm. Found that number 4 of Jade Hill. Lampker directing traffic, finds Hill, who had it stolen away by Tatum West. Bears had numbers. Now Fields will apply the brakes. West will look to create drives, spins, right-handed layup. Couldn't get the spin off of the iron, but got her own board. Pass down low, turn away. Great defense again, Opichka. She is doing work on the defensive end of the floor. Now Scalia just beyond the free throw line. That's off. Rebound Fields. These two teams, they combined 0 for 5 so far here in the second quarter. Hill the steal. She'll push the pace. Nice pass. Scalia layup. Got it. Tommy's by 2. And Scalia has 8 of the Tommies' 18 points. 3 minutes into the second quarter. Third assist for Hill. Fields drives, goes right at Hill, puts her head down, can't finish the layup, got her own rebound and put it back up and in. First 2 points of the evening for Gabby Fields. She started all 8 games this season for the Bears. Just under 10 points per game to go along with 35 assists for Fields. 18 all. Scalia steps back. She's been on fire. That one just a bit too strong off the backside of the iron. Bears ball. Fields. That's West. Good pass from Fields. Now West put it up. Had it blocked by Sand, but came back up with it. Nice pass down low. Easy bucket there. April Rummery Lamb has 4 on the evening. Bears reclaim the lead. Third time tonight that the Bears have taken the lead. Opichka in transition. Now Scalia traveled. Good defense by UNC. Nativi and George were there waiting. and they force the turnover. Opitchka and Scalia to the bench, and we've got a timeout on the floor. And let's take a break with them. Northern Colorado 20, St. Thomas 18.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Welcome you back into St. Paul, Schoenecker Arena here on the University of St. Thomas. There you get a look at the Northern Colorado Bears. They're off to a great start this season, 5-2, and right now they lead the Tommies 20-18. Kristen Matteo, their head coach, 4th year with the Bears. She's been a head coach for 6 seasons prior to that at West Texas A&M, prior to her arrival in Greeley, and a very impressive head coaching record. 202 wins against just 87 losses, and she's got her Bears off to a good start this season. I mentioned their last time out, they walloped Tabor College 93-46 behind Tatum West. Both of these teams, though, so far in the second quarter, struggling to find their shot. The Bears in the second quarter, and they are the nation's leading team in field goal percentage. They're just 2 for 8. Tommy's just 1 for 4. After both teams shot very well in the first quarter. Back to action here in St. Paul with Gamble deferring to Van Welden. Now Gamble guarded by Hill. Instead it's George, and a foul is going to be called. Offensive foul. That's going to go against April Rummery Lamb. Her second foul, and the 4th now against UNC here in the second quarter. Take another look as she set that screen. Just maybe a little bit of secondary contact there with Phoebe Frenzel. Second foul against Rummery Lamb, 4th against the Bears. Keep your eyes on that here in the closing minutes of this first half. Frenzel, 3-pointer on the way. That's off. Rebound, Lamker, and a jump ball called. Lamker got tied up by Van Welden. And the Tommies have the arrow, so they'll keep it on this end, trailing by 2. We've had just 6 points combined here in this second quarter. Hill 3-pointer, short, weak side Ward, pulled in by Gamble. The Tommies now 0 for 4 shooting the 3. The Bears 0 for 5. Pass down low, shot turned away. Rebound Lamker, she's doubled and fouled. This is going to be the 5th foul against the Bears. They commit this one in the back court. So that'll be free throws upcoming for the Tommies. Take another look at the foul. They called it against George as they had Lamker pretty well trapped. But she draws the foul call and will have a chance to tie us at 20 apiece. Lamker's second trip to the free throw line on the evening. Missed her first 2, but now a chance, as I mentioned, to tie it up. And now has missed her first 3. Just can't seem to find, and as I mentioned, she hadn't missed coming into the game this season from the free throw line, but sometimes those free throws can kind of self-perpetuate. And now 0 for 4, so the Tommies come up empty-handed, but it's tipped out of bounds, and they'll get a second chance at it. So the Bears can't pull in the rebound, and the Tommies will keep it. I'm sure Lamker heads to the bench there for a break, undoubtedly frustrated. Good player, good free throw shooter. Just wasn't able to connect that time. Hill comes in for Scalia, who's had a great night, 4 of 7 from the floor for those 8 points. And she looks confident out there. Feuerbach back for Scalia. Now tried to find Sand down low, but it was stolen away by Yanaya Hall. Good defense by the Bears. Turnovers are piling up for the Tommies. They've got 9 of them now here in the first half. 4:37 to go in that first half. George kicks, and Weldon 3. That's off. Rebound, Feuerbach. We now have a combined 0 for 10 shooting the 3 between these two teams. 3-point struggles continue. Tommy's down by just 2. And we're still sitting just 6 points in between these two teams. 6 minutes into the second quarter. Hill drives, got bumped. Couldn't convert on the layup. Rebound for Hall. Second board of the night for Hall. Tommy's in the bonus right now. You know that with their shooting struggles here in the second quarter, they're trying to get to that free throw line. Gamble defers for Hall. She had it stolen away by Opitchka. They're going to call a jump ball. Bears have the arrow, so they'll keep possession, but more good defense from Sammy Opitchka. Take another look. She's been very active in the post defensively for the Tommies as she went ripping away at that basketball. But a jump ball called, and the Bears will keep it with 9 seconds on their shot clock, leading by 2. 2 points in this second quarter for the Tommies, just 4 for the Bears. Sure, both teams see that as a missed opportunity to create some distance. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gamble gets it down low, and Tatum West scores. Tatum West leads all scorers. She has 10, and the Bears lead is 4 into the front court. Layup short for Frenzel, and another rebound for the Bears. They've gotten it going, rebounding the basketball. They've out-rebounded the Tommies. No, I take that back. 13 boards for the Bears, 18 for the Tommies. Hall, guarded by Lamker. Good work there. Now Fields. Tatum West. Hands off again, Fields. Long jumper is off for Gamble, and a rebound for Scalia. Inside of 3 minutes left here in the first half. Scalia lost it, was able to get it back just in front of Ruth Sin there. Watchful eye. Right now she's looking for some offense from her Tommies. Opitchka drives and got fouled. No, they're going to call an offensive foul against the Tommies. Second time that that's happened here in the second quarter. The second foul against the Tommies. And it's Bears basketball. Zoe Washington will come in for the second time this evening. Tommy's down by 2. And Weldon. Now it's Fields. Tatum West kicks outside. Long three-pointer. Fields lines it up. And a rebound for Lamker. Northern Colorado now 0 for 7 from long distance. Boy, lots of contact here defensively. Frenzel with Van Welden all over defensively with 5 fouls. You hold your breath as a coach on that Bears bench, but we play on. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Tommies. Opitchka, Hill around a screen. Try to pick and roll. It was denied. Opitchka into the corner. Pump fake there, and a shot clock violation. Got it to Frenzel, but she wasn't able to squeeze the trigger in time. So a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Bears. Tommies turn it over. And Northern Colorado will have a chance to build on their 4-point lead in these closing 2 minutes of the first half. Right now, both coaches just trying to find a little bit of offense. Backing in, spinning, and not able to convert is Yanaya Hall. Rebound, Washington. Tommy's 1 for 8 from the floor in the second quarter. Hill drives, left-handed scoop layup off. Rebound for the Bears. Ella Van Welden. Into the front court, floater off. Rebound and a foul. They're going to call Washington as Tatum West came flying in check that. It's against Lamker. She's calling for her first foul. There you see, yep, the arms. I thought it was Washington, but instead it's Lamker. A little bit of a push there, trying to get position on Tatum West. Game's leading scorer. Nice pass down low and an easy bucket. Yanaya Hall has 6 points, and that's the lead for the Bears, 24-18. In what has been a quiet quarter for St. Thomas. Washington off the pass from Hill, had her shot blocked. And Weldon, great defense from the Bears, and they want to push the pace in transition. We go. Hall and Weldon for Tatum West. Back outside. And Kristen Matteo calling out a new offensive signal for her team. 10 seconds on their shot clock. Lamker, great defense. Now coming around a screen, picking up her dribble is the TV into the corner. 3 on the way, and Fields knocks it down. Gabby Fields has 5 points. The game has its first 3-pointer, and the lead is 9 for the Bears. Tommies can hold it for the last shot. Trailing 27-18, Scalia for Lamker. 3 seconds now. Lamker double teamed, got through. Layup short. It's tipped. It's out of bounds. And that's the final buzzer here in the second quarter. I'm sure one that the Tommies would like a do-over on the offensive side of the floor. You can see a little bit of frustration there as the Tommies make their way into the locker room, as the Bears only score 11 in the second quarter, but they outscore the Tommies by 9, and that is their lead. Let's take a break. You're watching Summit League basketball. It's the Big Sky Summit League Network, the second Big Sky Summit League Challenge.
I think we're at the point now where you start talking about the only thing you want to talk about, and that's win a championship.
Back for Gay, he'll shoot and score! Kick save, Seibel, a beauty!
Big stages.
They score!
Big momentum.
Goal! Lucas Waller!
Tommy Men's Hockey is back for more. Visit TommySports.com.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
3,000 student athletes from 9 institutions, competing in 19 sports for national prominence, striving for excellence in academics and athletics, seeking to become champions. Nearly 100,000 students and more than 800,000 alumni celebrate Summit League student athletes and their rise to reach the summit. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders strive to reach the summit today.
Imagine a university that's just right. One that offers an education to expand your mind. In classrooms small enough that professors know your name. Meet people you've always wanted to know. And travel places you never knew you'd go. With all the opportunities that Twin Cities offer. On a beautiful campus with a neighborhood vibe. At the University of St. Thomas, you really can have the best of all worlds.
Wings, you're not just a customer, you're a literal owner, meaning profits are reinvested in you and your financial growth. You own your product. Now own your money.
At Supply Chain Solutions, our employees are our true value.
In the heart of the ever-changing supply chain industry, We know it's our team that propels us forward.
As a proud partner of Tommy Athletics, we're excited to welcome St. Thomas students into our family.
At Supply Chain Solutions, we're more than just colleagues.
Working together and celebrating together is our recipe for excellence.
Join our team and discover a rewarding journey together.
Why come see us? Because we're the most unique story in college basketball. 20 wins, rising rankings, crazy crowds,
student section bumping here at Shenneker Arena,
a culture, an atmosphere, an experience. And this is just the beginning.
Visit TommySports.com.
It's halftime in between the University of St. Thomas and Northern Colorado and their Bears. Some of the first half highlights coming at you as the Bears lead the Tommies 27-18. We were tied through the first 10 minutes of the ballgame, but the second quarter was basically all Northern Colorado. We're able to convert some baskets down low. There you see Tatum West. She leads all scorers in the game, 4 of 7 from the floor for her 10 points. And yeah, the Bears got their defense going big time in the second quarter. The Tommies shoot 1 of 11 from the floor, only scored 2 points. Scalia, though, led the way scoring-wise for the Tommies. She had 8 points in the first half on 4 of 7 shooting. There you see another basket from Tatum West. That was a good one, losing her balance, but still somehow found a way. Sammy Opichka has been active on defense, forcing turnovers. That was one of her steals. Also had a block along the way. But Tatum West has been a handful. She's coming off a career high last time out for Northern Colorado, so no surprise to see her carry that into tonight's action here in St. Paul. Another nice pass down low, and that was Yanaya Hall. Good first half for Hall, 6 points en route to this 9-point Bears lead. And the lone three-pointer of the first half, the Tommies missed their 4. And the Bears missed their first 7 before you saw the three-pointer there splashed by Gabby Fields. First half stats, take a look. The Bears leading by 9, outshot the Tommies slightly, but still well behind their season average of 51.5%. Good for best in the nation. Neither team able to shoot the 3 tonight. Tommies have left some points at the free throw line as well. They have out-rebounded the Bears, but turnovers also have started to pile up for the Tommies. 11 turnovers against just 4 for Northern Colorado. So there's your first half summary. It's a 27-18 lead for Northern Colorado, but a reminder that Division I wins that the Tommies have had at home this season have all been come from behind victories. So keep your eyes on that as we look forward to the second half. 27-18 your score. You are watching the Bears and the Tommies on the Summit League Network. It's halftime.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. one who's there for what matters. United Healthcare, there for what matters.
History. It's where we've been. It's what we've made. "120 years of varsity athletics." "517 team conference titles." 68 individual national champions. 9 different sports with team national titles.
Celebration was on as St. Thomas wins the title.
1 proud past. 1 bright future.
21 varsity sports. 10 competitive venues. 4 different conferences. D3 to D1. The numbers have changed. The mission, the same. Let's make history together. Join the University of St. Thomas today.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Big name opponents.
As the Iowa State Cyclones are here in St. Paul.
Fantastic finishes.
For 3, Jade Hill gets it to go. Tommy's taking it.
A landmark streak.
5 wins in a row for the Tommies, their longest in the D1 era.
Shenneker Arena saw it all last season, and Tommy women's basketball is at it again this season. Get your tickets today at TommySports.com.
3, 2, 1, go. This is Scout Mason. Alongside of me is Sophie Camilli, Division I Sports.
Ready, replay, effect, rolling.
Division I Opportunity. The lob to Parker Bjorklund. My goodness.
St. Thomas builds. Student sustained.
There's never been a better time to be a Tommy. Tap into your potential with Tommy Athletic Productions.
Third quarter on deck for you as we welcome you back into Shenneker Arena in blustery, cold, wintry St. Paul. Matt Nelson back with you for what should be a good last 20 minutes of basketball between the Northern Colorado Bears and the St. Thomas Tommies. 27-18 your score. Two teams off to a very good start in 2024 and 25. There you see Tommy having some fun with the fans out here on a Wednesday night. I mentioned earlier, this is the second showing of the Big Sky Summit League Challenge, and it came down to the wire last year. The Summit League won, but it was based on a tiebreaker. So all of these teams will play a home and away with the Big Sky Conference and, of course, the Summit League as well. So there was lots of good games, came right down to the wire. And taking a look at that Big Sky Conference, obviously we're pretty familiar with what's going on in the Summit League. On the women's basketball side of the ledger, Northern Arizona off to a great start, 7-1. Montana State right on their heels at 6-1. Idaho 5-2. Northern Colorado, obviously, same record. Sacramento State 5-3. Boy, lots of teams over 500. Portland State 3-2, and Montana at 4-3. So should be lots of good games in this challenge. And as I mentioned last year, in the inaugural version, the Summit League came out on top. But taking a look again at the first half, the second quarter has been the story of the game. We were all square at the end of the first quarter, and in the second, the Bears found their way into 11 points, but the Tommies only scored 2. 1 of 11 from the floor, missed both of their three-pointers, missed all 4 of their free throws. That was Lamker at the line for both of those trips. So really, you know, the Bears played some great defense, but they were able to capitalize to this 9-point lead here through 20 minutes. And I'm sure Ruth Sin and company are talking about, let's get back to a little bit what we've been doing offensively here at home. Very good games against Milwaukee, University of Illinois, Chicago, balanced attack. I read in the pregame all the players that scored double digits for the Tommies in that one. That's your Sand, Opichka, Scalia, Hill, and Langbin. So right now you take a look at the scoring, it's basically been all Amber Scalia. She's got 8 of the Tommies' 18 points. Opichka's got 3, Langbin's got 3, Hill's got 2, and Sand has 2. Tommies shoot 8 for 24 in the first half. So that's probably the challenge right now if you're the Tommies, is we've got Scalia going, we got to get somebody else going offensively. And few candidates out there on the floor to start the second half. That's your Opichkas, your Hills, and your Langbins. We welcome you back. The third quarter is underway. Tommies trailing by 9 with a basketball. Hill floats it for Langbin. Oh, nice layup, and the Tommies open up the second half nicely. Hill to Langbin. Langbin now with 5. And for Hill, that's her 4th assist, and the Tommies come up with a stop defensively. Force a turnover. Langbin for Hill. So just 30 seconds into this third quarter, Tommies showing a little bit more of a pulse than they did in the second quarter. No doubt about that. Feuerbach on the dribble. Now backpedaling. Took a nice long look at Langbin. Instead, now Scalia. Opichka pump fake. Probably got bumped, but kicked it outside. Scalia 3, just short. Tommy's still looking for that first 3 on this Wednesday night. So Bears basketball with Fields, Hall, Nativi, West leading all scorers, and a foul is going to be called, offensive foul. This one's going to go against the Bears. It's going to go against Tatum West. Oh, Nativi called for her second. The first foul against the Bears here in the third quarter, and it was off camera there, but Nativi called for the bump away from the basketball. It's a turnover, an offensive foul. Tommy's ball. Hill, nice behind the back dribble, drove and traveled. Whistles were probably a second tardy for Kristen Mattio's liking, but they come in. That's a travel. And it's Bears ball, leading by 7. Fields with 5 points. Now West will drive, looking for her first score in this second half. Instead, she dishes, and a foul is going to be called. Yaniel Hall's going to the free throw line, and the foul is going to be called against Faith Feuerbach. Take another look. Feuerbach closing out on Hall, who's got 2 free throws on deck. So Hall to the free throw line. It's the first foul against Feuerbach and the first against the Tommies in the third quarter. First free throw is good for Hall. 7 points. Hall, good free throw shooter. 73% on the season. And if that doesn't intimidate you, I don't know what will. Look at that. Whoa. That is tough to shoot at, but somehow, some way, Hall is able to muster her focus and make them both. 9-point lead for the Bears. Matches their biggest of the night. Scalia, now Hill. Scalia, long cross-court pass, found its mark. Feuerbach driving, kicking. Opitchka, three-pointer. There it is! Tommies have their first three-pointer of the night, and Opitchka now has 6 points. And that's the Bears' lead, 29-23. And Opitchka forces the steal. Picks off the pass and goes in transition. Opitchka, nice dish. Langbin can't finish it off, but Sammy got her own rebound, and facing a wall of blue jerseys, gets fouled. Frenetic basketball there. Opitchka forces the turnover, makes the nice pass. Tommies can't close out the layup. Opitchka gets it back and draws the foul. The first foul against Tatum West, and the second foul against the Bears in the third quarter. But the lid is off for the Tommies shooting the three as Opitchka makes good. It won't take many of those to cut into this lead. The Bears have not been able to put the Tommies away. And as I mentioned, they have been more than willing to come back in these home wins. Scalia surveys. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Hill driving, spinning, looking for Scalia. Found her. Three on the way. Too strong. Battle for the board, and the Bears haul it in. Fields takes a look down low. Instead, Van Weltman. Now West tried to get it to Hall. It was swatted away by the Tommies, but it was collected by Van Welden. Her shot off, and a rebound for Feuerbach. And the home crowd's getting into it. They know their Tommies just trailed by 6. Lamker passes on a wide open three. Instead, Scalia. Now Lamker drives with the left hand. Langbin double teamed. Langbin goes around the defender and scores. Joe Langbin has 7 points. It's a 4-point game in transition, though the Bears score. Great pass to Sylvia Nativi. Her first bucket of the night, and the lead right back to 6. So 1 step forward, 1 step back as the Bears capitalize in transition, pushing the pace. Hill behind the back, nearly lost it. Tight defense from Fields. Now Hill for Scalia. Scalia around a screen from Langbin. Short. And Scalia has her own rebound. Bears a little bit slow closing out on that loose ball. Langbin thought about the jumper, instead drives and draws the foul. Langbin to the free throw line. And the foul against Yanaya Hall is her second. Langbin a little pump fake. It didn't look like Hall went for it, but she was still able to draw the contact. Hall was hanging back there like, go ahead. I'm down here waiting for you. And she puts Langbin on the free throw line. Tommy's right very well squarely in this game. Only down 6 with Langbin at the free throw line. Langbin 1 for 2 from the stripe. Now 2 for 3. Eight points now for Langbin. Now 9, that is, leads all Tommy scores. 4-point game. Emery Lamb for Nina George. Nice pass down low. One extra pass. Emery Lamb's shot is short, and a rebound Lamker. Evie Frenzel into the front court, driving with that left hand. Now back for Lamker. Hill drives, stops, puts the gas back on. Layup no good, and the rebound tipped out of bounds. Langbin, I think, wanted a foul. I think she was saying, I got bumped. That's why I couldn't come up with the basketball, but It'll stay on this end with the Tommies, just trailing by 4. Bill sends it in for Langbin. Langbin, one dribble, layup, and a foul. Back to the free throw line for Langbin. Right now, the Bears are having a tough time with Langbin defending her without fouling her. This time it was Tatum West's second foul. Take a look again, Langbin. Back to the free throw line for Langbin. 3 of 4 there on the evening. Langbin so far the 9 points and 3 rebounds. Now she's in double digits. Matches West for game high with those 10 points. And the Tommies now with a chance to pull within 2. Not quite. Tommies trail it by 3. Langbin goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Tell right from the release on that one that she kind of short-armed that second try. Bears have gone a little cold offensively here. They're just 1 for 3 in this second half. Outside, Van Welden, 3, got it. Doubles the lead for the Bears. Ella Van Welden has 5 points, averages 7.5 per game. The transfer from Valpo. Big bucket there, just the second three-pointer of the night for the Bears. They lead it by 6. Langbin, nice dish, Opichka. Opichka has 8, it's a 4-point game. Langbin, good passer. Sometimes that's a work in progress for those great scoring low post players, but she is a very nifty passer. That was right on the money. 3 on the way. Van Welden got it again. Back-to-back three-pointers for Ella Van Welden. She's got 8 points just like that, and the Bears' lead extends to 7. Now both teams finding their shot. Langbin for Opichka. Passes on the 3, instead drives. Lamker had Langbin, now lost her. There she finds her. Langbin, one-on-one, going to work. Left hand, yeah. Joe Langbin has a dozen. It's a 5-point game. Langbin on fire here in the third quarter. Tommy's trying to claw their way back into this thing. They trailed by 9 at the half. That deficit is now 5 as Langbin's going to be called for the foul. Third foul against Langbin. It'll be Bears ball when we come back. We've got a timeout on the floor. 3:35 left in the third quarter, and it's a 5-point game on the Summit League Network.
Wings, you're not just a customer, you're a literal owner, meaning profits are reinvested in you and your financial growth. You own your product. Now own your money.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Welcome you back into Schoenecker Arena. Close game right now with the Bears leading the Tommies by 5. But the Tommies slowly clawing their way back into this thing. There you see the efficiency of the Northern Colorado Bears. They lead the nation with that 51.5 field goal percentage. I mentioned Texas, the Longhorns are at 51.4%. So we might have to, depending on what they're up to tonight, right now 39% from the floor for Northern Colorado. So unless they come on real strong shooting the basketball the rest of the way these last 13.5 minutes, that perch atop the entire NCAA leading the country in field goal percentage may be short-lived, but that is really something through 7 games to be sitting on top of the entire nation in field goal percentage. really great work offensively so far this season for the Bears. I mentioned so far tonight, 39.5% with the basketball, trailing by 5 as we welcome you back in. Van Welden has been scorching, and she stays hot. Her third three-pointer in this third quarter. It's an 8-point Bear lead. 11 points for Van Welden. 40-32, the new score, as she has caught fire. And a foul now is going to be called against the Bears. Nina George. George's third foul, the 5th against the Bears. So Tommy's back to the bonus and back to the free throw line. This time it'll be Scalia. And Welden, take another look there. She's 3 for her last 3. First shot good for Scalia. Scalia now with 9 points, and this is her first trip to the free throw line on the night. And 2 for 2 goes Scalia. She's got 10. 83% free throw shooter, makes them both. And now if you're the Tommies, you got to go to work defensively, especially locking down on the three-point shot. As rugged a terrain as that was for both teams earlier, right now they both have gotten organized in that category. Bears are going to draw a foul. This one's going to go against Sand as she clobbered Rummery Lamb. The foul against Sand is her first and the third against St. Thomas here in the third quarter. George sends it in. Van Welden, you don't want to give her too much space right now, and she's got space. This would be 4 in a row. Wow, what a shooting streak. Unbelievable. 4 straight for Ella Van Welden. As good of a shooting display as you will ever see. She's got 14. The lead for the Bears is back to 9, right where they had it at the halftime break. 2:32 to go here in the third quarter. Opitchka got it to Lamker. One dribble, in trouble, kicks. Scalia three-pointer. Would have been a big one. Rebound, Van Welden. She is carrying the Bears in the third quarter. Comes down to the rebound, the 4 3-pointers, as Rummery Lamb can't come down with the pass. Pretty hard to draw up any play right now if you're Northern Colorado that doesn't involve Van Welden shooting the 3. Missed her first 2 3-pointers, then made her next 4. All of them here in the third quarter. Tommy's ball down 9. Scalia, now Hill. Opitchka around a screen. Picked up that dribble, found Langman. 8 seconds to work with for the Tommies, and a 3-second lane violation is going to be called against Langman. Not often that you see Joe Langman get the ball in the paint and her not find her way into a shot, but good defense that time by the Bears. Give credit where credit is due. That is a tough assignment. And they'll look to build on what is their biggest lead of the night, these 9 points. Lamker, though, the steal. Tommies need a bucket quick here in transition. Scalia, pump fake, 1 step to the right. Now down low. Lamker, left-handed layup's good. Nice pass, Opitchka to Lamker. First bucket of the evening for Lamker. And you know that feels good. She was clearly frustrated with at the free throw line earlier. Nice defense. Langman is able to redirect that pass. Lamker comes up with it. Now Scalia with it into the front court. Scalia, nice move. Left-handed drive, off of the window. Ember Scalia is having a big night. She's got a dozen, and the Tommies have cut the 9-point lead back down to 5. And we've got a timeout in the front court. The Bears want one. They'll talk about these last 58 seconds here in the third quarter. Let's break with the players. Bears 43, Tommies 38.
Big name opponents.
As the Iowa State Cyclones are here in St. Paul.
Fantastic finishes.
For 3, Jade Hill gets it to go. Tommies take it.
a landmark streak.
5 wins in a row for the Tommies, their longest in the D1 era.
Cheneker Arena saw it all last season, and Tommy women's basketball is at it again this season. Get your tickets today at TommySports.com.
Tommy's talking things over. They're no strangers to come from behind victories at home this season in this non-conference portion of their schedule. If they want to win tonight, they'll have to do it again. Right now, the Bears have the ball, but it's been a good night for Amber Scalia. Take a look at some of these highlights for the junior out of Stillwater. I mentioned earlier, she's so dangerous offensively. She can go right hand, left hand. There's really no place as a defender that you can redirect her to where she can't score. And you've seen some of that. Wow, nice pass by Hill on that one. And the great finish by Scalia. It's fun to play offense when you've got a Jade Hill feeding you the basketball. Here you can see in transition there, you can see her going to her left. Lila Moore couldn't stop her, but the Tommies have outscored the Bears here in the third quarter, but Van Welden has kept them in it with those 4 3-pointers. Hall got it away for West, who's been held scoreless here in the third quarter. She sets a screen for Nativi, lost it, Tommy's ball. These next 41 seconds are huge for St. Thomas. They could play for a little 2-for-1 if you're into that kind of thing. Different coaches play that differently, but just down by 5, they could really change the complexion of this game in just these 10 minutes of game clock. Lamker back to the basket, will send it off for Hill. Now Lamker again. Hill tried to find Opitchka and it poked away. Now the Bears can hold it for their last shot. 43-38 the score. Kristen Matteo sending out the offensive call to her team. 6 seconds now to work with, and Lamker fouls Gabby Fields. Tommy's had one to use, so Lamker commits her second, but it's just the 4th against the Tommies, so they can get back organized defensively. 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Tommy's looking for a stop. Fields for West, driving. West comes up short. So the Bears have a chance at the horn at the end of the third quarter. Aren't able to convert, and they'll take a 5-point lead into the final 10 minutes. We'll have them for you here on the Summit League Network after this.
3, 2, 1, go. This is Scout Mason. Alongside of me is Sophie Camilli, Division I Sports.
Ready, replay, effect, rolling.
Division I opportunity. The lob to Parker Bjorklund. My goodness.
St. Thomas build. Student sustained.
There's never been a better time to be a Tommy. Tap into your potential with Tommy Athletic Productions.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
St. Paul third quarter highlights, and you're going to see an awful lot of number 25 for the Bears, Ella Van Welden. She had 4 3-pointers. That was a nice bucket for Joe Langbin. 4 3-pointers for Van Welden. She is at double her season game average. She averages 7 a game. She's got 14. More good defense from Sammy Opitchka. No surprise. You see her there with the steal. And Langbin wasn't able to finish that one off, but Opitchka's always good on the glass. She's got 5 boards. That leads all Tommy rebounders. I thought the Tommies did well early in that third quarter, getting Langbin going, and then the three-point barrage went underway for Van Welden. 7 games this season, 3 starts. But coming off of the bench with 12 points from beyond the arc is pretty good work. And they're the bucket by Lamker. So a 5-point game. If the Tommies want to come up with their 7th win of the season, they'll have to do it coming from behind. But the Bears score first in the 4th quarter with Yanaya Hall. Hall has 10 points. Now 3 players in double digits scoring for the Bears. 45-38. Hall, West, and Van Welden all in double digits scoring for the Bears. Lead it by 7. Opitchka did well to keep her dribble alive, and now Ruth Sin takes a timeout. Her team needed one. They were in a bad way there and in trouble right in front of the bench. So Ruth Sin takes the timeout and will do the same. 9:25 to go in the ball game. Bears by 7.
I think we're at the point now where you start talking about the only thing you want to talk about, and that's win a championship.
Back for Gay, he'll shoot and score! Kick save Seibel, a beauty!
Big stages.
They score!
Big momentum.
Goal! Lucas Wallen!
Tommy Men's Hockey is back for more. Visit TommySports.com.
At Supply Chain Solutions, our employees are our true value.
In the heart of the ever-changing supply chain industry, we know it's our team that propels us forward.
As a proud partner of Tommy Athletics, we're excited to welcome St. Thomas students into our family.
At Supply Chain Solutions, we're more than just colleagues.
Working together and celebrating together is our recipe for excellence.
Join our team and discover a rewarding journey together.
Kristen Matteo must be pleased. The 4th-year head coach has her Bears on top of the Tommies, 45-38 with 9:25 to go. Tommies have the basketball coming off of the Ruth Sin timeout. Coach Sin in her 20th season here in St. Paul with the Tommies. Just a tremendous career. Mentioned in that 3rd quarter, the Tommies outscored the Bears 20-16, cutting 4 points into that lead. But so far here in this 4th quarter, just 1 bucket, but it belonged to the Bears. So 7 points is their advantage. And Tommy, they're still feeling plenty confident that the Tommies can turn in their 3rd come-from-behind victory of the season here at Schoenecker Arena. But they'll have to get moving quickly. Only 9 minutes to go left in the game. 1 second left on the shot clock. Hill sent up a prayer, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Hill not able to catch the rim, so no shot clock reset. Dead ball, and it'll belong to Northern Colorado. Trying to get that win for the Big Sky and the Big Sky Summit Challenge. And this one's going to be stolen away by Langbin. She went to a knee but kept it alive. Scalia, now she loses her dribble. Was able to find it, stumbles into the front court and got fouled. The Bears wanted an over and back. Tatum West was pleading for it. Instead, a foul called against Nativi, the 3rd against the senior guard. Take another look. The Bears wanted an over and back. They had Scalia. Just too much contact, it looked like, on that one. But Scalia lost her dribble, was stumbling, and really that contact kind of bailed her out. First foul against either team here in the 4th quarter. Langbin with 5 seconds to work with. Nice pass. Lamker the finish. Lamker has 4, all coming off nice passes from Joe Langbin. She has created some good looks, drawing that defense's attention. Bears with a 5-point lead in the ball. Fields and Weldon. Now loose ball, poked away. Lamker, great defense. Scalia comes up with it. Scalia in transition, applies the brakes. Now hits the gas and scores. Just like that, it's a 1-possession game. 3-point lead for the Bears. Amber Scalia, a big-time night. She's got 14. 45-42. Can the Tommies pull off yet another comeback. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Gabby Fields. Comes around a screen, goes down low and finds Tatum West. Tatum West with a dozen. The lead back to 5. Every time it feels like the Tommies are getting some momentum and are about to go on a run, the Bears have been able to stem that tie. Scalia almost lost it. Was able to rope it back in. Now Lamker. Hill with 10 seconds to go. Opitchka, baseline drive. Slams on the brakes, tried to throw it off the feet of West. Lost it now. 1 second for the Tommies to get their shot off, and Hill can't get it off in time. Second time here in the fourth quarter that the Bears have forced a shot clock violation. The Tommies have been triggering that offense a little bit later in the shot clock, and you got to give credit to Northern Colorado. Their defense has really been good all season long. They've held their opponents to just over 58 points per game, and opponents are shooting just 36% this year against the Bears. And the Tommies right now at 42. Anybody's game. The TV. Marie Lamb over a double team and got the roll off of the iron. Marie Lamb has 6. And the lead is 7 in transition. Langbin, one dribble off of the window. No, was falling backwards. Sando got the rebound. Tommies need to make good on this second chance. Scalia lost it. Loose ball, jump ball. West and Langbin got tied up. Tommies have the arrow. They'll keep it. 6:30 to go, down 7. Northern Colorado 3 of 3 here in the fourth quarter. Tommies 2 for 3. There you see again the loose ball. And Langbin gives that ball a swat. And we've got, looks like the officials are going to go to the monitor on this one. And they will do that. So we've got a stoppage on the floor. 6:30 to go. We'll keep it here with you. 6:30 to go as they'll take another look. Don't know if they're looking to see if one of the players' maybe foot was out of bounds when they went in to tie that loose ball up. But we've got an officials review on the floor to determine possession. Take another look. As Scalia lost it, the officials came in and called. So the officials will go and review it. So the officials go to the monitor, and in a close game like this, every call matters, every possession matters. So we'll keep our eyes on it. But it gives both teams a chance to huddle up. It's really like a free timeout for both teams. And a big game for both of these teams. And in the game on Sunday, the Tommies were down by 6 with 6 minutes to go. Here they find themselves down 7 with 6:30 to go. Taking another look at it. And they've confirmed jump ball and St. Thomas basketball. So after a lengthy review, the call on the floor stands, and it's Tommy's ball. And it looked like they were reviewing to see if that was a foul on Langbin. Not if one of the players were out of bounds. They had plenty of room between them and the baseline, so they were reviewing to see if there was a foul on Langbin. They decide jump ball, stick with the call on the floor, and we're back to it. Tommies have 8 seconds on their shot clock. Scalia driving. Whoa! Splits 2 defenders and wasn't able to finish it off. Oh, that ball hung on the iron. Scalia got a good look. Wasn't able to finish it off. Big possession here for the Bears, up by 7. Driving and fouled is Tatum West. So West will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws with the Bears up by 7. Critical free throws upcoming for the sophomore West. Second foul against Feuerbach. Another look at it. As Samuel Opitchka comes back in for the Tommies. I'd imagine your Scalias and Opitchkas and Hills, Langbin included, have probably had seen their last rest of the night with the Tommies still down by 7. West at the stripe. First one misses. West, if there's one area for improvement so far this season, really good player, just 54% free throw shooter on the season. Not many tries though, was 2 of 2 before that miss, but comes up empty-handed here. So West misses both. A sigh of relief from the Tommy bench. Still down just 7. 6 minutes to go. This was about the time the Tommies turned it on Sunday against Chicago. Sand, Langbin, nice pass, nice finish and a foul. Chance at a 3-point play for Langbin. She's got 14, the 3rd foul against April Rummery. There you see it again. Nice pass, and Langbin, you give her that good of a look at the basket, more times than not, it's going to be 2 points. 65% shooter from the floor on the season. This is a big one. 3-point play for Langbin. 15 points now for Langbin. That leads all game scorers. 3-point plays, big ones. 4-point game, pass down low, and this time they're going to get Langbin called for the foul. And the Bears are pumped up. Yaniah Hall, a big high five for her teammates, and you could hear this foul all the way upstairs. Whack against Langbin. And for Langbin, it is her 4th foul, so keep your eye on that. Langbin goes to the bench, and she had really been creating, not only scoring, but also passing great for the Tommies here in the second half. Oh, and a travel is going to be called. Yaniah Hall draws the foul against Langbin, and on the following sequence, travels. She wanted the ball, though. She was pumped up, urging her teammates on here to find a way on the road these last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Hill just has 2 points on 1 for 8 shooting. Very uncharacteristic night offensively for Hill. Lamker for Opitchka. Took a look at Sand, instead dribbles and had it stolen away. Gabby Fields with a big time steal. Now the Tommies will go to work on defense. Fields. West, jumper, big shot. Tatum West, 14 points. It makes it a 6-point game. As the Tommies send it into the front court, Sand. Just get the feeling that the Tommies need a score on this possession. Down by 6. Hill for Opitchka. Floater, off of the back iron, rebound Yaniah Hall. That front court is doing some work right now for the Bears. Hall's in her 4th rebound. And Weldon. Fields for Tatum West. Ooh, was left wide open, instead defers to Yaniah Hall. Baseline reverse layup, draws the foul. 2 free throws upcoming for Yaniah Hall. Was surprised that Tatum West passed on that look. She had just knocked down a similar shot on the prior possession. But the 3rd foul against the Tommies, the 2nd against Alyssa Sand. Another look at it. So 2 free throws upcoming for Hall. She's 2 for 2 on the night from the free throw line in her 25 minutes. And with every point that the Bears find their way into, the margin for error for the Tommies is reduced. Hall goes 1 for 2. Opichka comes up with the loose ball. Jump ball called. And the Bears now have the arrow. So that means it's going to be Northern Colorado's basketball. Leading by 7. Now under 4 minutes to go in tonight's ball game. Van Welden for Tatum West. Guarded by Langben. Now driving is Nativi, and she had it stolen away by Lamker. Great job defensively by the Tommies. In transition, Jade Hill dishes. Opichka, three-pointer. Rebound, Yanaya Hall. Tommies are getting some good, clean looks. And now on the game are just 1 for 8. Shooting the three. 3:23 to go in the game. Bears right now in control. And an offensive foul. That's going to go against Yanaya Hall, who is not shying away from any contact right now. I can tell you that much. 3:18 to go. The third foul against Hall. Good post player. And the third foul against the Bears with 3:15 left in the game. The Tommies scoreless in these last 2.5 minutes. 1 for their last 5. They need a score. Hill bumped. No whistle. Lamker. Opichka. Three-pointer. Tommies need it. Air ball. Rebound, Van Welden. Now 1 for 9 shooting the three. And if you're Northern Colorado right now, you are not going to be in any great hurry with the basketball here. West scores and 1. Foul on Opichka. West scores for Tatum West. She now has 16 points. The lead is 9. And West at the free throw line, a chance to give the Bears their biggest lead of the night. Second foul against the senior Opichka. And West to the line. West so far tonight 7-11 from the floor and 2 for 4 shooting free throws. Knocks down her first. And that should be a three-point play. And it is. So now the Tommies will trigger in. A lot of confusion there. 17 points for West. Looked like the officials wanted West to take a second free throw. Have a chance at a 4-point play. Ruth Sin is saying, hold on a second. We need this ball if we're going to pull off the 10-point comeback in the next 2:30. And that's a good way to get it started. Joe Langben knocks down the jumper. 2:22 to go. Tommies trail it by 8. And again, this Bears offense right now is going to be a lot of things, but a hurry is not one of them. They're going to look to zap clock. West into the corner. Now Yanaya Hall, good look, wasn't able to convert. Lamker the rebound, and she's fouled. Yanaya Hall battling her for position. Commits the foul in the back court. If you're the Tommies, you'll take that one. Yanaya Hall's 4th. Still 2:02 to go. And the Tommies still very much alive in this game. Down by 8. But not much time to waste. They'll need a bucket here. Langben. And the rebound for Tatum West. Some of those stops and buckets that the Tommies have been able to get against Chicago, against Milwaukee, have been hard to come by here against this Bears D. Fields. Van Welden three-pointer. Her first miss of the second half. Scalia the rebound. It's go time right now, though, for the Tommies. Scalia takes a look, drives, and scores. What a bucket for Amber Scalia. She's got 16 now. 68 seconds left in the ball game, and it's still just a 2-bucket, 2-possession contest here. The Bears, on top by 6, will call timeout with 1:04 to go. The Tommies need steals and scores. Otherwise, they're going to be playing the foul game here in pretty short order. So Northern Colorado clinging to this 6-point lead. And if you're the Tommies right now, if you look at this box score, that 1 for 9 shooting on the threes, that really stands out. If you could find your way into 1 or 2 of those along the course of these first 39 minutes of basketball, it'd be a very different scenario. Take another look at this big make by Scalia. 16 points for Scalia to go along with 5 boards. Langbin leading all scorers with 17. Tatum West right there as well with 17 of her own. 22 seconds on the shot clock for Northern Colorado. If you're the Tommies, you've probably got a few seconds to spare to go for this steal before you have to go right into playing the trade fouls for made jump shots game and hoping to get missed free throws. That is if you're the Tommies out of Northern Colorado. 6-point game. All hands it off for Fields. Now Tatum West back for Fields. Tommies are just going to, looks like just going to defend. Try to trap West. Guarded by Langbin. Oh, and the Tommies force the turnover. It's stolen away by Opitchka. That's a big one. They get the steal they were looking for. Hill for Scalia now. Again, the Tommies need quick baskets here. Hill drives, dishes. Opitchka off of the side iron. Rebound for the Bears. That is a big rebound for Northern Colorado, as now the Tommies have no choice but to start playing the foul game. They got the steal from Opitchka, and she got an open look from Hill, but was not able to convert on that three-pointer. So 33 seconds to go and a long walk to the free throw line for Gabby Fields. Northern Colorado now in the bonus, up by 6. First trip to the free throw line of the night for Fields, and makes her first. Fields averages just under 10 per game. Now at 6, has a chance to get to 7. Does have 5 assists and 5 rebounds, though. She's had a good game and makes them both. So Fields has 7 points. And the lead is 8 for the Bears with 33 seconds to go. We've got a timeout on the floor. Ruth Sin will talk things over with her Tommies. Next time out for the Tommies, they take the show on the road on the 7th, so Saturday, a 3 o'clock tip-off against Idaho before coming home for a pair of games against Western Illinois, the Leathernecks on the 14th, and Drake on the 21st. 1 o'clock tip-off on both of those games. But right now, if you're the Tommies, again, you're still in this game, 33 seconds to go, but a lot of things have to go your way. And a lot of things would have to go against the Bears. Tommies get to advance it out of that timeout into the front court. And a chance to drop what I'm sure will be a quick try here. Langbin outside Scalia, 3, needs it. Langbin offensive rebound, put back is good. So the Tommies do score. Langbin has 19 and a timeout taken. This one taken by the Bears, leading by 6 with 24 seconds to go. So the Tommies still having all sorts of fits finding that three-pointer. And again, they are getting quality looks, but Langbin gets the offensive board and the Tommies do score 2. So now 24 seconds to go. And you can take a look for Northern Colorado, their upcoming games. They continue the Summit Big Sky Challenge with North Dakota. Then on the road against Denver. Not a long trip at that one, at Lamar. It's actually a 4 game road trip. Denver, Lamar, Weber State, and Idaho State before coming home to take on Montana State, Montana, and at Portland State. That takes you all the way out into the middle of January. By then, you're starting to think of your bracket. And Hill commits the foul. It'll put Fields on the free throw line. Tommy's only choice right now is to send the Bears to the free throw line, hope they get some misses, and come down and make quick scores. If you're the Bears right now, if you make your free throws, it's going to be very hard to find a way to not win the ball game. Gabby Fields is a very good free throw shooter. Came into the game shooting 87%. So if you're the Bears, this is just how you draw it up. This is who you want at the free throw line taking these shots. Field makes her first, and that's a big one. The difference between 6 and 7, obviously, you need the basketball 3 times to come back from that. Fields goes 2 for 2, and the Tommies take a timeout. 23 seconds to go, and an 8-point lead for Northern Colorado. This was the first meeting between these two schools right here, but very evenly matched game, competitive game. And for the Tommies, their shooting woes, 1 for 11 shooting the 3. I keep coming back to that one. I'm sure Ruth Sin would point as well. Although the turnover battle is equal. Both teams have turned the ball over 17 times, but that number is a tick high for what I'm sure Ruth Sin would like to see. Tatum West leading all scorers with 17 points. And yeah, what a night. There have been some daunting views. Tommy has been doing their part out there to force some Northern Colorado misses and having some fun here on a cold night. Come to think of it, Tommy wasn't here on Sunday. Must have been busy. Weekend plans, maybe a big NFL fan, but I can't think you'd miss a Tommy game, but always fun to have Tommy in the house. Right now, fingers crossed. What a view that is. My goodness. 23 seconds to go. Tommies back at it. Scalia. 3-pointer. Got it. Tommies stay alive. Scalia makes good on the 3. It's a 5-point game. Scalia now with 19 points. And if you're the Tommies, still plenty to play for. You are back into this thing. You got the 3-point shot. And now you're talking about a quick turnover and back to the foul game and sending Northern Colorado back to the free throw line. Look at Langbin creating a little space for Scalia. Scalia now 1 for 4 shooting the 3, 8 of 17 from the floor. Those 19 points, along with Langbin, lead all scorers. But again, if you're the Bears right now, all you're trying to do is take care of the basketball and make your free throws. If you do that, you'll be able to head back west with a win. Up by 5. Tatum West with 17 points, Anaya Hall 14, and Van Welden with those 14 points of her own, 12 of them coming from beyond the arc. She's only tried 1 since she made the 4 in a row. Van Welden, that is, but we won't be seeing any of that coming out of this timeout here for the Bears. I imagine the plan is going to be, and St. Thomas knows this, UNC wants to get the ball into Gabby Fields' hands and get her back to the free throw line. That's the name of their game here because she is their best free throw shooter. Clock's ticking, the ball comes in, and there's the foul. Scalia commits the foul, and it'll be Nativi going to the free throw line. On the season, she was 77%. And on the night, this is her first trip to the free throw line. So pressure-packed free throws coming up for the junior. Senior. Came a long way to play her college basketball. Growing up in Italy. That's a long way from Greeley. But she's got a chance here and makes her first. 3 points now for Nativi, a chance to make it a 3-possession game, and with 14 seconds left, that is a tall order. But with a miss here, the Tommies obviously still very much alive. And they get that miss. So here we go, 13 seconds to go, down just by 6. Hill. Opitchka, long 3-pointer. It's an air ball kept alive. And it's going to be Tommy's ball with 4 seconds to go, but with a 6-point lead right now. If you're Kristen Matteo, you're feeling pretty good about your chances. Opitchka had to fire that long 3-pointer and wasn't able to get it to the rim. Now Scalia will try a 3. Rebound for Northern Colorado and a travel on the way down, but inside of 1 second left in the ball game. The Bears are on their way to their 6th win of the season, and the Tommies are on their way to their first home loss. And instead of a travel, they're going to call a foul against Langvin. So she fouls out with 0.3 seconds left in the ball game, and we'll go through the formality of some free throws for Yaniah Hall. Lampier back in again for the Tommies. Next up, a road trip to Idaho. Hall makes her first. Now a dozen points, and this is all just sprinkles and a cherry on top of the win for Northern Colorado at this point. Hall goes 2 for 2. And the next touch will be the final buzzer. There it is, your final score. Northern Colorado out of the Big Sky. They get the win in this Big Sky Summit Challenge as they defeat St. Thomas 62-54. The Tommies had some good pushes in the ball game, but just weren't able to come back, tie it up, or retake the lead in that second half. So for Northern Colorado, they get their 6th win of the season. The Tommies fall to 6-3. Some of the highlights from today's action. Great game for Opitchka. Leading all scorers, though, was Tatum West. I should say leading all Bears scores. Scalia and Langvin had 19 for the Tommies. Final score, there it reads, Northern Colorado 62, St. Thomas 54. For our entire crew on a cold Wednesday night from St. Paul, I'm Matt Nelson signing off from St. Paul and saying, Roll Toms!